All right, everybody, welcome back to the deep dive. We are diving into something a little spooky today.
Spooky's all right.
Yeah, so we got a listener question that piqued our interest.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
It's about All Souls Day, November 2nd.
Yeah.
And they want to know, why is celebrating All Souls Day a bad thing to some people?
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, so we've got some historical and religious texts that we're going to dig through today.
Buckle up.
Yeah, and hopefully we can shed some light on this question.
I love it.
So I guess just to get started, for those that maybe aren't familiar with All Souls Day,
Yeah.
it's a day in the Catholic Church, celebrated November 2nd,
Yeah.
and people pray for souls in purgatory.
Right.
That's like the general gist, right?
Yeah, that's a good summary. It's a day specifically set aside to remember and pray for those souls believed to be in purgatory.
All right, so where do we go from there? I mean, how does that then lead to this idea that it's bad?
Well, the thing is, so many traditions and holidays, All Souls Day has a history that goes way beyond its official establishment.
Oh, really?
Think about it. The holiday itself was officially established in the 11th century.
Wow.
By monks in France at the Cluny Abbey.
So the entire thing just comes from these monks?
Well, not the entire thing.
Okay.
But that's where the official observance that we recognize today originates.
Okay, interesting.
It suggests there's a longer story here.
Okay, so how do we even start to unpack all of that?
Well, let's go back to the Middle Ages.
Okay.
Popular belief during that time held that on All Souls Day, souls in purgatory could actually appear in our world.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
They could just show up.
Well, it wasn't exactly a meet and greet.
Oh.
More like spooky apparitions.
Okay, give me some examples.
We're talking will-o'-the-wisps.
Whoa.
Witches.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Even toads.
Toads. Really?
Yep. The New Catholic Encyclopedia mentions these beliefs.
It's like Halloween.
Yeah, there are definitely some parallels.
So the church was trying to have this day of prayer,
right?
But people were also like, whoa, watch out for the spooky souls.
Exactly. It seems like the church was trying to formalize the day while these older, unsettling ideas persisted.
Okay, so is that what makes it bad to some people?
Well, it's a piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
For some, the connection to these superstitious beliefs might be a bit much.
Makes sense.
But it gets even more interesting when we look even further back.
Further back.
Before the Middle Ages,
Okay.
even to the ancient Celts.
Oh, wow.
They had a festival called Samhain.
Samhain.
Samhain celebrated on November 1st.
Right before All Souls Day.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it marked their new year. And it was a time to honor the god of the dead.
Okay, so we have like a pre-Christian festival focused on the dead right before All Souls Day.
The timing is pretty striking, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems a little too convenient to be a coincidence.
Right. And it's not just the timing. The Encyclopedia of Religion actually highlights similarities.
Oh, really?
Between All Saints' Day.
Celebrated on November 1st.
Yes, and Samhain.
So both are right before All Souls Day.
It leads to the question, did the church just kind of rebrand pagan beliefs?
Oh, so they just put like a Christian mask on it?
Potentially, some scholars argue that the church adopted and adapted these existing traditions to make Christianity more appealing to new converts.
Oh, that's really interesting. I never thought about it that way.
It's a fascinating lens to look at it through.
So is that why some people think All Souls Day is bad?
It's definitely a factor for some.
Because of the pagan origins.
Right. Some people might see that connection to paganism as conflicting with their own faith and values.
I can see that.
It raises questions about the purity of the tradition.
Okay, so that's one layer.
Right.
But what about the whole purgatory thing itself?
Yes. The doctrine itself can be another point of contention.
So for people who aren't Catholic,
exactly,
they might not believe in purgatory at all.
Right. Or even if they do, their understanding might differ from the Catholic doctrine.
Okay, so let's break down the Catholic doctrine of purgatory.
All right. So according to the 1910 Encyclopedia Britannica,
Cool.
Purgatory is the state where souls cleanse themselves of venial sins.
Venial sins.
Right. Those are the less serious offenses
before
entering heaven.
So it's like a waiting room.
In a way, it's a place of purification, a necessary step for those who aren't quite ready for heaven.
Okay.
And the prayers and offerings on All Souls Day are believed to help these souls on their journey through purgatory.
Okay, so if you don't buy into that whole idea, then All Souls Day might seem a little pointless.
Exactly. It might feel irrelevant or even misplaced.
Okay, so we've got the pagan origins. We've got the doctrine that not everyone agrees with.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that makes All Souls Day seem bad?
Well, there's one more layer.
Another layer. What is it?
This might sound surprising.
Okay, I'm ready.
But the book, The Worship of the Dead, suggests that these Day of the Dead type celebrations across various cultures could actually trace back to honoring those who died in the biblical flood.
Wait, the flood?
Yeah, Noah's Ark, the whole deal.
Yeah.
The idea is that these celebrations might unknowingly be commemorating a divine judgment.
You mean like God punishing humanity?
Exactly.
Oh, wow. That puts a whole different spin on things.
It does, doesn't it?
So we've got possible pagan roots.
Yeah.
We've got a doctrine that some folks disagree with.
Right.
And now we've got this possible link to divine judgment.
It paints a complex picture.
No kidding. I can definitely see why some people would have issues with All Souls Day.
It's not a simple black and white issue.
Not at all.
It forces us to grapple with the origins of traditions and the beliefs intertwined with them.
That's a really good point. It makes you think about how our perspective on a holiday can change once we understand its roots.
Absolutely. And it challenges us to consider whether those origins affect how we view and participate in these traditions today.
That's a really great takeaway for everyone listening, I think.
Food for thought.
Definitely. So much food for thought.
It's what we love to do here.
All right, everyone, thanks for diving deep with us today. If you want to keep exploring these kinds of fascinating topics and get more food for thought, make sure to hit that subscribe button.
And check out the other videos on this channel.
We've got a whole library of deep dives just waiting for you.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.